Hey there, everybody. It's Caitlin, your geeky girlfriend. Yes, we've got the Disney ears on. And I'm working on putting all of my Disney parks stuff, so like my pin lanyard, my penny book, all that kind of stuff, into a tote so it can be stored elsewhere because right now I have too much stuff for the tote that it's currently in. And yeah, so I thought while I'm moving everything over, I could just show you guys my ear collection. I did just post a short video over on Instagram. So this is the full version. This is my full collection. Minus, I do have three of the three additional hat style ones. Two of them are in my hope chest, and to be quite honest with you, I don't feel like getting them out, so I'll just tell you what I have. And then the other one is actually, I do have the bride ones with the veil, and those are like already on display, so I'm not going to show you those either. So we'll start with the hats. I have the traditional classic Mickey black, with the Mickey insignia and then the ears, and then it does say my name on the back. Those were my first ears that I ever got. My parents got me those literally when I was like 18 months old. Then the second hat that I have says class of 2017. It's the little graduation ones with the tassel, and I got Miss Caitlin put on the back when I was getting ready to go into my first teaching job. And then I do have the bride ones, the white sparkly hat with the ears and the veil. We also own the groom ones to match. They were on display at our wedding, and they're on display in our master bedroom. And then I do have these Baymax ones, which are the hat as well. And every time I wear these, I do get a lot of compliments on them. But the last time I tried to wear these to the park, I made the mistake of wearing them on Rock and Roller Coaster, and I kid you not, I almost choked myself. So and I do think they do tell you to remove all of your hats and things. So that was my own error. But I get a ton of compliments on these ones with the ba la 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 la. These actually came from Cast Connections when my sister was a cast member and had access to that. So these, I think, were a cast member exclusive or something because we've never been able to find these again. But anyway, a lot of what I have in my collection is actually homemade. So we're going to start with all the store-bought ones first. These are the newest ears that I just got. These are the Vera Bradley ones. So Vera actually did this print, and then they do have the squishy purple bow. I got these at the outlet. They were literally $10. So we have those. These, I'll try and remember to try all of them on for you too. These are a bit heavy, the ears and the bow together. Not sure how well these would do in the parks, but they are really cool and pretty for the fall season for some photos and things. Another really popular pair are the Coco ears with the papel picado and the flowers with the skulls, which for the life of me, I can't remember what the actual term for these are, but I get a lot of compliments on these as well. These were the original Coco ones, and the little papel picado bow is what makes these really, really popular and pretty. The ones that I was wearing at the beginning of the video are these Stars and Stripes ones now. And if you watch my little Instagram video, which I might upload here to YouTube as a short as well, I said that these ones have never left the house. That's not true. I did wear them to work one time on hat day, but they've never been to a park. Don't ask me why. I just feel like they're hard to style, and they don't really go with any theme or park specifically. So if you have an idea of how I can wear these or a park that they would go with, please comment below, because I have tried year after year to try and wear those ones because they've never seen a park and I don't have any photos with them, and I try to rotate through my ears, and do different photo shoots and things, as we all do, and those ones I have not been able to figure out how to style. Then I got these Jasmine ones at the Character Warehouse. So they have her headband with the bow and then just the little moons, and they do have some gems on them. I actually bought the matching headband with these. These are another pair that have not seen the parks yet, because the last couple times that I've been to Disney World, I've been park hopping, and so I pick a pair of ears that can kind of last me the whole day instead of trying to pack multiple. Now I have seen the contraptions that you can get to hook the ears onto your bag to make this easier. I'm probably going to look into those for the future. But the next pair are these ones. These ones my sister got me from Euro Disneyland. They are stunning, look great against the purple wall, and they are all sequins, like a bluish purple, with the stunning white bow. And then we have the classic rose gold ears. These ones my friend wore when we went to Disney in 2023, and then I wore these to Disneyland in 2024 to be Daisy Duck and kind of go with that little look. But these are just the classic rose gold. I feel like everybody has these in their collection, just the fully sequins, the full sequin send moment. Again, we're going to start with all of the store-bought ones. If they were store-bought, I either bought them at the Disney parks, at the Disney Character Warehouse. Some of them I did buy online. Like, I honestly think the Stars and Stripes ones that I showed you came from Walmart. These ones that I'm going to show you in a second came from Amazon. So not all of them came from the Disney parks. These, however, did. These are the Frozen 2 Anna ears. Love these. These also have had a spot on the IG. I did a whole Frozen, I had like my Frozen sweatshirt, did a little moment in front of the Hollywood Theater, which is where the Frozen sing-along is, but I think these are stunning, and they do have a velvet back as well. And then we have these, which I think were considered the millennial blue. My sister and I actually both have these. We bought them to match, and we have a t-shirt that also matches, which we got from, I don't even remember what her Pixie boutique, but we wore this shirt, hopped off the plane at MCO with the Dream of My Magic Band with our little millennial blue ears. Like I said, I apologize, I don't remember the name of her shop. It was Pixie something, Shop Pixie Boutique or something like that. But the ears probably came from either the Character Warehouse or what have you. They obviously were from Disney because I cut the tag off. And some people have asked me how I display my ears. I don't, at this point, display them. As you can see, we're just kind of storing them in a tote. My sister displays hers, and they look great when they're displayed, but my husband does not love to hang a lot of things on the walls, and to be honest, I feel like I'm always buying more, so it's easier just to kind of keep them in a tote and then just give them their moment when I photo them. The classic Jasmine with the magic carpet. These ones are also sequins, and I wore these like in the early blog days. These are typically what I wear on my birthday because Jasmine's my favorite princess, and I have some different Jasmine t-shirts that I usually style them with. Now, these ones are brand new. I haven't gotten to wear these to the parks yet. I bought these when we were just there in March. These are the new 4 Parks One World ears, and they have all the 4 park icons with the stunning sparkly bow. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the back. There's fireworks on the back. And lately they've been doing this where they've been putting like a little bit of velvet on the inside just to help keep your hair back, keep the hair kind of contained. But I think these are gorgeous. I do think these are still available in the parks, if I'm being honest, but my favorite part is the monorail on the headband. Absolutely love, because the monorail is my favorite form of Disney transportation. I want to say that these were the standard, whatever, $34.99 or $40, I don't even remember. But these I think you can still get in the parks. And then similarly, when we were in Disneyland last year, we had to get these Disneyland ones. So we've got the sequins, we've got the Disneyland across the front with the little mesh bow. It's kind of a different style, but I love these. I low-key want to go back to Disneyland just to wear these ears, and I did get a thrifted Disneyland t-shirt, so I'm going to be all set to go the next time I go over on the West Coast. The last pair, now these I bought, but these I can't say where they came from. I actually found these at Goodwill, but these are perfect for Hollywood Studios. And I have a little Pixar t-shirt that looks good with these, but I did get those. These were like $1 literally at Goodwill. You never know what you're going to find at Goodwill. And then the last pair of we have 2 more store-bought pairs. These ones were also a gift. My colleague of mine bought these for a costume. She got 2 pairs. She was like, I'm never going to wear these again. Do you want them? So we got a little green alien. Perfect for Disney bounding as a green alien, of course. And then the last pair I bought at Halloween this year. These ones came from Amazon, but they are classic Mickey or Minnie. And honestly, I feel like they look pretty legit. The bow is nice. The ears are nice. Like, these are legit. And they came from Amazon. So definitely check there if you want some discounted things, because you don't have to buy them from the parks. The other thing that my sister and I kind of taught ourselves how to do is to make them yourself. And it's very easy. And if you guys are interested in a tutorial, please just comment on this video. You can comment tutorial or just comment how did you make them, because we just kind of look on Pinterest and then we just kind of make, just like, you can really just do your own thing. Like, they don't have to be on theme. They don't have to be perfect. These obviously are Sorcerer Mickey from classic Fantasia with the little moon. I've got the stars. So the moon is kind of like, honestly, I don't even know why I put the moon on there, to be honest, now looking back. But obviously we've got the red, we've got the twine for his little robe, and then the bow with the stars on it. I just think the moon just gives it a little something extra. But I made those ones. So now we're getting into all of the homemade ones. These ones are by far the ears that I get the most compliments on. These were inspired by Up. It's supposed to be Carl's balloons lifting him up into the sky. That's why I have the blue headband with the white bow. I wore these to Pixar Pier last year, and the amount of compliments that I got on them was insane. People absolutely loved them. And all it is I just took a piece of, like, the bow is a foam board, like a piece of foam that you just pinch, but the actual ears themselves literally just cut styrofoam and glued pom-pom balls on. And they are sturdy, and they're a lot sturdier than some of my other homemade pairs. So much so that I can, like, wear them on low impact rides. Then we have my favorite villain had to get some representation. So we have Maleficent, complete with the horns. These were one of the first pairs that I DIY'd, and I really like how they turned out. So we've got the purple sequins, just the purple felt on the back, just a little something. But these are another pair that I actually have not yet worn to the parks. And every time I go, I try to think of how, like, if I want to wear them or not. Next, because I had to, because if you know anything about me, you know that my cat's name is Remy, so we had to make a little pair of Chef Remy ears. These were for the trip in 2023. We did all 4 parks, so every time I go to a park, I like to have a pair of ears to wear to each park because I'm that person. So we've got his little chef's hat, his pink for his nose, and then the gray kind of fuzzy fabric for his body. And then we also just added the little whiskers because I think they're so cute. Now, these did not, and it does say, I don't know if you can see that, it does say Little Chef on it. These ones did not travel very well, so these are very, very floppy. The odds of me wearing them again are slim to none because I just feel like if I do, they're gonna break. These were the Animal Kingdom ears for that same trip. We've got a black pleather with the cheetah print fabric and around the edges, and then to make the little bow. So these ones were also really cute. Love these. Classic Animal Kingdom. We need the animal print. And then I also handmade these as well. These are a little bit heavier, which is why they're floppy, but these were my Hollywood Studios ears to kind of channel like that old Hollywood 1939 Hollywood Tower of Terror kind of vibe. But then they do have little Mickeys made with little pearl gems. So that's a little DIY easy trick for you. I just bought different size pearls and we made little Mickeys out of them. And then I did buy that bow. But as you can see, these ones are a little floppy as well. Just because they're a little bit heavier. And when you stuff your ears, then they get a little bit heavier. So we're going to put all of those in that tote. We're also putting all of the Disney friendship bracelets that we've made so far, which is a new thing that we started doing. I'm going to throw my magic bands in there. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to try and get our popcorn bucket, our sippers, our reusable cups all of that into this bin. And then when I'm prepping for a trip to the Disney parks, we can just get what we need out of this tote. And then I do also have an entire tote, a flatter tote full of like park themed shirts. And I don't normally wear the park themed shirts just out and about and around. And honestly, I really should go through them, get rid of some, but that's a different project for a different day. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Something fun, something different. Let me know in the comments if we have similar ears or if you have the same ones. And if you want a tutorial on how to make some ears, I can probably throw that together. I have all the stuff. So let me know. Let me know what your favorite ears are. And as always, stay tuned for more random Disney content because I just kind of throw it together whenever it comes about. So thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.